Welcome to the Good Morning Show. This is Will Sutton, and I'm here with Ro Brown
Good morning.
and
Good morning.
Jared on
Good
the other
morning.
side of the glass. I am happy to let you hear my voice because the good Lord woke me up and blessed me with another day on his good earth, planted my feet on the floor and got me on over to this Block Talk radio station, WBOK. So happy to be with each of them and with each of you. It is 7:01 a.m. You got to be somewhere at 7:05. You got about 4 minutes to go. So hopefully you're on your way, unless it's about 2.5 minutes away. You got to have time for parking and grabbing your satchel or your coffee or tea or whatever and make it on in if that's the way you roll, of course. If you are in the car and you are 10 minutes away for a 7:05 arrival, please just go slow. And of course, the babies and the kiddos might not be in school, but they are out there running about, playing at Nord, swimming, exercising, shooting some basketball. Who knows what else they might be doing, and they might not be inside the facilities, or they might be on their way, and they might be at day camp, summer camp, middle school camp, high school camp, post college camp, whatever. And you need to look out for them because they may not be looking out for you. So don't be one of the crazy drivers and make your way safely. Take care of all that personal care business at home. Guys, if you need to trim the mustache, don't look in the rearview mirror. Take a chance to do that at home. And for those who wear makeup, it's a bigger mirror at home than the little one in the car. So consider taking care of that personal business at home rather than in the car. Distractions for you and distractions for others. So we always like to give you a little bit idea of what things look like out there as we came in. And we'll let you know that it's about 78 degrees right now. And looks like a pretty nice day overall. The temperatures are going to go up to the high 80s. Probably going to hit about 90 degrees. And the precipitation is minimal at this point. But it is going to go up to a 40% chance of rain. So that means there'll be some raindrops somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Always.
Yeah, somewhere. Might
Every
not be
day.
my area,
Every day.
but it might be yours. And it looks like we, as I mentioned yesterday, the weather report still is calling for some rain and thunderstorms for the balance of the week. Balance of the week and all the way into the weekend. So plan accordingly. Always keep that rain umbrella handy. And, you might need to use it, whether it's for sun or rain. So hope that you'll be on the way and you're prepared one way or another. We got a pretty good show lined up for you today, and got lots to talk about. Definitely want to hear from you all. And we're going to talk about entrepreneurships with Marie Carter, who is with the New Voices Foundation. That's going to be a definite interesting conversation. And we got more for you. But there was a game last night, Ro. And there was a game before that garnered worldwide attention. What?
That's the way of looking at it.
What the heck have we seen? And so the World Cup is an exciting stretch.
Mm-hmm.
It's what we see as Super Bowl. Most other countries see the World Cup.
Right.
But then
The rest of the world.
yeah,
Basically.
all the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but there was a pivotal game for us last night.
Yeah. The United States took on Belgium last night in the round of 16 in an effort to get to the, for lack of a better word, the Elite Eight. the quarterfinal round of it. And unfortunately for the United States national team, they fell to Belgium 4-1.
Mm.
And it was, I watched most of it. Yeah, I watched most of it. Like I said, I don't, say that I'm a soccer expert or anything like that.
Right.
I'm not. It's like, not like I'm your typical American. I don't watch soccer all year round.
Right.
And
Right.
And
just for the big game.
well, yeah, this is a big event. This is the biggest sports event, that comes along every 4 years, like the Olympics. Those are the two biggest, athletic events in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And but this one was interesting, because you're president.
All right.
Okay.
Former Georgia.
Let me set this up. All right.
Okay.
Last game, the previous game the United States played, which they won, one of the best players, Balogun, got a red card, which meant that he was out of the game and they had to play with one less player. And it also meant that he could not play in the next game, which was last night's game.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't play in that. Okay. And that's what was ruled by FIFA, or the body that runs soccer all over the world. Mm-hmm. And so that was that. Until Will's president made a phone call to the head of FIFA. And FIFA said, okay, he can play. Now, the president said that he didn't ask anybody to do anything. He just thought, and it was a bad call. Okay, it's a bad, just probably wasn't as bad as they made it out to be. It really wasn't. And he just said he called, and that's all he said. That it was a bad call, and thought they should look at it again. And so I guess they did, and they said, okay, he could play. Now, if you're Belgium or any other country, okay, and unlike we here in America, they probably know better that this doesn't happen often.
Yeah, how many presidents you think are calling the FIFA leader?
No, just things don't change. They don't change rulings like that. Okay? Yeah. So he played, Balogun played, and Belgium won 4-1. Now, Belgium played the United States in March and beat them 5-2. So it's pretty obvious that, who's the best team. And so that's the way that went. A few thoughts on it.
Okay.
Not that anybody cares what I think about it.
Oh, yes, we do.
I think the rest of the world was probably like me in that the rest of the world, I think, looks at the United States in soccer and goes, oh, man, they're doing pretty good. Oh, they've gotten so much better over the last 20 years or whatever, that's good, and it's in America and all, My point is, people, that, America may not always feel like the underdog, but in this sport, America is the underdog. Okay. America's like those basketball teams used to be at the Olympics 40 and 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. America's like those teams to these countries in this sport, if that makes sense to anybody.
Yeah.
And so I think that, people felt, yeah, that's good. They're doing good. But I think that people were kind of like me. After the phone call and after the change, people were kind of pulling against America last night. Okay. And they're pulling against America, I think, because they're thinking, well, they're just like him. They're getting special treatment. And they want special treatment. They asked for special treatment, and they got it. And, I mean, I wasn't pulling against them,
Right.
but I wasn't pulling for them last night. Put
Right.
it that way.
Right.
Because of that.
So how many presidents you think?
Just,
You got
just another thing.
Oh, yeah, please.
Balagan,
Yes.
Nigerian.
Mm-hmm.
When his Nigerian mother and he and his father were living in England, his mother came to the United States when she was 7 months pregnant with him.
No way.
Guess where he was born?
No way.
That's why he could play for the United States.
Oh.
And after he was born, they went back to England.
Wow.
So he was eligible to play for the United States if he wanted to, Morocco if he wanted to, and Great Britain.
Wow.
And, sounds like, what do they call it?
Birthright.
Tourism birthright.
Yeah, right.
That's what it sounds like to me. That's the thing that they're right, just,
right.
that's just driving them crazy, they say.
Mm-hmm.
That's happening so much that they don't want to happen anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations. You just helped one of them out.
Wow. Well, how about that? That's a heck of a thing. Yeah, nice twist on the president's
Just thought I'd
involvement.
throw that in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the other thing is, this isn't surprising. The International Olympic Committee and FIFA, that runs football, meaning soccer, football, internationally, are two of the most corrupt organizations in the history of sports.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They've always brought up on charges on things and everything. As a matter of fact, FIFA people, they were charged and convicted for doing some stuff. And their office is in one of Donald Trump's buildings.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been doing business with these people.
Mm-hmm.
My point is, he's getting something out of this World Cup.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
And he's been getting something out of this World Cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so yeah, they've been in cahoots. And of course, they gave him this peace prize.
Yeah.
They made up this peace thing and gave it to him,
Yeah. Yeah.
So FIFA's
like they give out peace
FIFA's
prizes.
like everybody else. They know that all you got to do is tell him he's the greatest person on the face of the earth, and you can get anything out of
Yeah,
it.
suck up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I found fascinating the FIFA president's comment and reaction to this, and I'm going to read this chunk of it because I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I read the decisions of the FIFA disciplinary committee when they are issued. Sometimes I am surprised by them. Sometimes I agree with them, and sometimes I disagree.
Mm-hmm.
What I always do, however, is respect those decisions and the autonomy of the bodies that make them. Whether we personally like a decision or not is irrelevant. Respect for independent institutions and the rule of law is what protects the integrity of our competitions and the credibility of FIFA at all times.
Except this time. Except this time.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah. So, as I recall, I need to go back and look at it because I didn't pay that much attention to it then. But I think that FIFA people, they were, on trial and convicted, for doing some stuff and all. And, that probably happened during the Biden administration. So they'll probably be pardoned at some point.
Well, and Trump being Trump, his part of his summary is basically fessing up, because according to reports. So yes, I asked for a review by FIFA. I spoke to a man who's highly respected, and he was good before this started. But he really pushed it in this country, and I'm the one that got him to do it.
What does that mean? What?
That he's responsible for the success of FIFA.
Oh yeah,
in the-
yeah. You know,
yeah,
okay,
Trump's
yeah. I got
responsible.
you. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
It's-
that's my friend. That's my boy. So I give him a call
That's your president.
and just ask him for a review. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Just look at it.
Yeah, yeah.
Just look at it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So how many other presidents are calling the FIFA president?
I don't know. Probably none. Even though it's a bigger deal to those presidents than this one.
Right.
You know, I mean, the sport itself, you know, and what it means to the country and all. Yeah. And you know, I mean, I'm not one of these people. I mean, I'm glad that it's, you know, all this is happening and it's good for American soccer and all that stuff. But, you know, all my friends who I talk to who are big soccer people, I tell them, you know, I've been hearing this for 60 years that soccer's going to take over for football and baseball.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it ain't happening. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it hasn't happened yet. And, you know, it's a great sport. And they say, well, look at the number of kids who are playing soccer. Well, it's been a lot of kids playing soccer for 60 years now in the United States. And they reach a certain age and they go play something else.
Right.
Most of them, you know? And, you know, it's a great sport. I'm not saying it's not a great sport, but, you know, it's just not the sport that is caught on here yet. And, you know, like I said, we're probably we're the last place in the world where it hasn't, for whatever reason.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
so you think this will be an example that others will follow? That you have a kid conference, one place or another, and you're going to call not the director, head of the referees. You're going to call the person who leads the organization, and it's like, I'm just doing what Trump did. I'm just asking for a review.
Well, we're a copycat society. So, yeah. I mean, you know, there are certain things, certain practices, and certain attitudes that, you know, because it comes from the top, you know, I believe that some of that trickles down and people think they can do that and should be able to do that and should be able to do that in that particular style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that does make a difference. You know, I think people act the way they see people in power act.
Yeah.
And figure they can do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's done.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So I can say this about you.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, so I can, you know, just ignore, you know, you.
Yeah.
What's good for you.
Right.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
How is it good for me?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I believe that trickles down.
Right. Well,
Mm-hmm.
mine. So, I mean, he even went beyond the president did to say that if Belgium won without Bellingham, it would be rigged.
Yeah. Well, they wouldn't. How did he say? You know, it wouldn't be as big a deal to them. Yes, it would.
Yeah. Right.
They advance into the final eight of the World Cup. Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, it'd be a big deal to them. They wouldn't care if, you know, the United States had to play with 6 people. If they won and moved on, that's all that mattered to them.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you, winning.
Yeah.
Winning.
Right.
Okay. We win.
Yep. Not interested in the thank you for coming.
Yeah. We won. You know, Belgium, they won.
Oh boy. Mm-mm-mm. Well, it's been quite a story, and even for the casual soccer fan,
Mm-hmm.
there have been some good games and some interesting twists and turns, and it's been nice to have the Americans do as well.
Yeah.
And to go this far.
Right.
So that's been pretty darn good. So kudos to the American team and the coaches who got them there. Unfortunately, with external involvement
Don't
It
say
taints it,
that.
you know.
No, don't
Come
even. I don't even.
You
No,
know.
don't say
All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
because he didn't.
Yeah.
He tried, but he didn't. Okay.
Yeah, right. Okay. All right. Look, folks, it's 7:20 a.m. and we are going to take a break here at the Good Morning Show. I'm Will Sutton in conversation with Bro Brown. Just wrapping up a conversation about the World Soccer developments with the American team. They're out. But that doesn't mean there's not some good soccer or football.
Oh, there's great
here.
soccer.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's high level soccer. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And so somebody else might want to weigh in on that or some of the other things that we have coming up. What's that talk line number, Mr. Rowe?
The number is 504-582-9422.
This is WBOK 1230 a.m. what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
Good Tuesday morning. I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. Right now, police are searching for answers after gunfire erupted in Central City, leaving a woman injured. Police say the shooting happened around 3 yesterday afternoon on Washington and South Claiborne Avenues. They say a woman was found shot and taken to a hospital. We're working to learn more about what led up to the shooting and anything about a suspect. A heartbreaking update for a Mississippi family and the desperate search for a teen who went missing on July 4th. Officials say a body was recovered on Horn Island in Jackson County. That matches the description of 18-year-old Nolan Wells. But the county coroner will conduct DNA testing to confirm the identity. His family says he went with friends to the island to mark the holiday. Wells is being remembered as a standout student and outstanding football player. A new response is coming as the investigation into why a transformer exploded underground in the French Quarter. Entergy leaders say engineers are reviewing data to determine where and how the event originated. Entergy also says they perform regular inspections on their vaults twice annually to prevent similar incidents. And Team USA is officially out of the FIFA World Cup. They lost last night to Belgium on the soccer field in Seattle in the round of 16. The final score, 1-4. Belgium has now beaten the U.S. in 7 straight international matches. Overall, the Americans have dropped 11 of their last 12 games against European opponents. I'm Daryl Forges, and that's your headlines for WBOK. And have a great day.
New Orleans, are you ready for a voice that says what you're thinking? Who that, you might ask? Arrington Gavin. That's right, I'm your guy, host of The Arrington Gavin Show, giving you so much filled with bold opinions, real conversations, and zero sugarcoating. We're going to be diving into the issues that matter, politics, pop culture, and all the above, unfiltered and unafraid. Catch The Arrington Gavin Show weeknights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., Monday through Fridays, right here on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana communities through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation, please visit us at www.jazzandheritage.org.
A careless driver can change your life in an instant. Do you know what to do or who to call? If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident and do not have an attorney, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free consultation. We can answer all of your questions and estimate the potential value of your case. Call Auto Accident Help Desk and connect with an expert personal injury attorney.
Call 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524.
Don't worry how to handle your medical bills, lost wages, and pain. We will get you the money you deserve.
They got me way more than the insurance company offered.
The consultation is free, and you do not pay any legal fees unless we win or settle your case. Make the smart call. If you've been injured in an auto accident, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free legal consultation.
Call 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524. Life has a way of shifting priorities, changing needs, and pivoting plans. Home Bank is there for all of them. Their bankers partner with you for every step along the way, from understanding your needs to celebrating your success. Home Bank is invested in the vibrant spirit of our community and in you. So partner with them. Stop on by any banking center in the greater New Orleans area or visit home24bank.com to get started today. Good for business, good for life. Home Bank, a member of the FDIC.
Did you hear the news? Dr. Clark's 101 The Living Classroom has a new time. Catch us now every Wednesday at noon. Same program, same great conversations. Just a new time. So catch Dr. Clark's 101 The Living Classroom this Wednesday and every Wednesday only on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Partly cloudy with pop-up storms arriving during the afternoon and the evening. Not everyone will see them, but if you do expect gusty winds and heavy rain, there's a good chance half of us do stay dry. Highs reach 90 to 95 degrees, feeling like 105 in some spots. Overnight lows 74 to 79, more daily rain chances and heat for the rest of the week. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Reshaw.
Good morning, wake up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, New Orleans, and welcome back to the Good Morning Show. I am Will Sutton, and it's 7:27 a.m. If you got somewhere to be at 7:30, you got about 3 minutes to get there safely, I hope. But, of course, if you have one of those gigs where you can just slide on over to the other side of the bed, fire up that laptop, and get going, let the boss know that you're on it and ready to rock and roll, then that's what you do. But if you got to get in a car or vehicle of whatever kind that you have and get out there, please drive safely. It might not be a school day, but we got kids all over the place. Don't be one of the crazy drivers. Be sane and be defensive. Get where you're going safely, even if you are late. I'm here with Ro Brown.
Good morning.
And we just got through having a bit of a conversation about the World Cup soccer. And one president of the United States making calls about a call that he thought was a bad call, and how that might have impacted the game last night, which the American team lost. So, but kudos to them for making it this far.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
guys
I keep stressing to people.
Yeah.
America is the underdog in
Absolutely.
sports. This is not football. This is not basketball.
Right.
We are the little sisters, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Well, as I promised earlier, we're going to be jumping into a conversation about entrepreneurship with a focus on the New Voices Foundation and a more particular focus on Marie Carter, who leads the foundation. Met her at Essence Festival this weekend. Not sure why we didn't meet before at Essence Festival, but, I did spend quite a bit of time at Essence Festival this year, and I think I overextended myself because I did day and night. I did day and night each day.
You're too old for that.
I know. It's like I got to find a nap time.
It's not like this is 1996.
Yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely. So we've got Marie with us, and we're going to learn a bit about entrepreneurship and what they do with the New Voices Foundation. I believe this is not your first time in New Orleans, but your first time at WBOK. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. Well, I gave you a little bit of an intro, but we want you to flesh it out a little bit with our WBOK family of listeners. And so here's how we like to do that. Who your mama and them?
Let's see. So my mama and
You see, Miss Marie? That's why I asked if you're from here, okay?
I am now, right? Okay. So my mama is Ingrid Jackson, and my daddy is Hugh C. Clark.
And who are they? What kind of stock you come from? What are we
Let's
talking
see,
about?
a school teacher and a lawyer, both retired.
Okay.
My father, Philadelphia by way of Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
My mother grew up in Philadelphia, but of course both parents originally, grandparents, paternal and maternal on both sides, are from the South, like most of us.
Okay. Okay, now let me ask what he just asked. Like normal people, not people like us here in New Orleans ask, Tell us something about yourself. That's what he's asking. Okay.
Got you. I am a Black woman, who is deeply, deeply committed to seeing Black folks succeed, right? And in this case, professionally, that means working with entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs. In my previous life, it was nonprofits, but working with folks, helping them build their capacity, build their businesses, and doing anything and everything I can do to help them succeed. So Essence Festival is a great opportunity for us to be able to do that. We're able to, platform entrepreneurs. We're able to, allow them to demo, allow them to win grant dollars, allow them to meet and be in community with festival goers who, for most of our businesses, are their core audience. And so that's a little bit about me. In my spare time, I enjoy eating lots of food. So New Orleans is the perfect city for me to explore that. Every single time I come here, I eat. And when I'm not eating, I'm reading, eating and reading.
All right. Wonderful. So tell us a little bit about New Voices Foundation.
Sure. So the New Voices Foundation is a part of the Essence Ventures and now the Sundial Media and Technology Group family. So the foundation was founded in 2018, and the precursor to the foundation was actually the New Voices Fund. And the fund was, of course, started to support women of color entrepreneurs and now just underserved entrepreneurs in general. And that fund made equity investments into companies that I'm sure you all have heard of, including Mael and the Honey Pot Company, which have exited the fund, but also other companies like the Lip Bar, which are still part of that portfolio. And so what the Dennis family realized after they started the fund was they had a bit of a pipeline problem. And so this, of course, was back in 2018. And they were, struggling a little bit to identify companies that were ready for those big equity investments. And they wanted to create an organization essentially to support earlier stage entrepreneurs and help them get to the point where they might be eligible for that equity funding. And not even for just the goal was never to just create a pipeline. The goal ultimately in creating the foundation was to provide the support that was clearly missing back in 2018 and 2017. There weren't as many organizations around that were supporting entrepreneurs of color, that were supporting entrepreneurs that were underserved. And so the Dennis family decided to start the foundation to do that. So we do that in three ways. We provide non-dilutive funding, which is essentially grants, right, including like the pitch competition that we hosted on both Saturday and Sunday, Sunday being the NOLA-based pitch competition. We also provide learning programming. We provide mentoring and coaching. And last but not least, networking. The networking piece being super important. So often we talk about what entrepreneurs lack, especially Black and brown entrepreneurs and underserved entrepreneurs. The conversation is often framed from a place of lack. And so for us, building that network is super important because with the right network, a lot of the things that we may not have access to, including capital or access to the relationships that we really need to be able to grow and scale our businesses, without that network, none of those things are possible. And so for us, we spend a fair amount of time and energy and resources creating a network that is strong. And this network, this peer network, if you will, of entrepreneurs are, you know, going really hard for each other, right? So when people have information or contacts or access to resources, they're sharing them. Whether that means, you know, a group of entrepreneurs coming to festival, to vend at festival, you know, pooling their dollars and renting a truck to drive all of their, you know, their wares and their products down to vend at festival, or that means, you know, someone that has the, you know, contact information for a buyer at Walmart or a buyer at CVS, generously sharing their contacts as well as like all the background information that they might have about that retailer or that individual that folks want to get in front of. And then, so for us, that network piece is just super important.
So is it kind of a business collaborative?
I would say less of a collaborative and more of a family, if you
Okay.
will,
All
right?
right.
So, and a big family, right? And a family that's national, a family that, you know, it's not just, we don't just serve entrepreneurs in the big cities. We're serving entrepreneurs across the country. And then, of course, including here in the greater New Orleans area in Louisiana. You know, festival for us is a great opportunity to engage local entrepreneurs and to bring them into this family that we're talking about.
Correct me if I'm wrong. It sounded like I heard you say that at one point you focused on nonprofits, and now it's, you know, entrepreneurial. Why the change, and what brought that about?
Yeah, so no, I was just saying that in my earlier life, I actually, literally, my job was to build the capacity of nonprofits. I was able to bring a lot of those skills to the New Voices Foundation, that capacity building work, but we are strictly serving entrepreneurs at the New Voices Foundation.
So who are the? Oh, go ahead.
No, I mean, which, I mean, I don't know if which do you prefer is the right word, but, you know, I mean, what's the difference in working in both?
I think
What did you find?
the difference is, and to be clear, so I the work that I did with nonprofits wasn't in the United States, so it was just a different
Okay.
animal completely.
Gotcha.
It was in the Caribbean. So I
Okay.
did that work for 10 years there. But I mean, the major similarities, I think, are, you know, you're dealing with people, you know, I was working with Black and brown folks in the Caribbean, those nonprofits to build their capacity, doing the same thing here in the United States through the New Voices Foundation. And I think the major similarities are that these are just folks who often get ignored,
Right.
right, and who don't necessarily have those built-in networks through family or their professional, their jobs to actually easily to be able to tap resources. I would say those are the major similarities.
Okay, so who gets to be a part of this New Voices family? I mean, do you have to have a cousin recommend you? Is there
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
is there a intake process like a fraternity or sorority? Can you raise your hand and say, "Would you consider me?" Have to be invited? How do you get to be in this?
It's pretty easy. This is the easiest family in the world to join, right? So no intake process other than a short form where you tell us about your business. And that's essentially how you join. What I will say is the closest members of the family, if you will, are probably the people that are the most active, right? So those are the people that we personally know. They may have previously won a grant. They may have previously won a pitch competition. They've gone through one of our learning programs, like our PACE boot camp that we offer annually in the fall. It's a virtual boot camp. They may have gone through one of those programs. They may have raised their hands to lead one of our learning labs, our virtual webinars. We do them in person at Essence Festival, but throughout the year they're offered virtually. Maybe they raise their hand to lead a learning lab in support of other entrepreneurs. Maybe they are active on our quarterly cohort calls where we meet with, we have quarterly cohort calls with different industries and categories, founders from different industries and categories. Maybe they raise their hand to do that and to lead those calls, and they're super active. But anyone can join the family. You just visit newvoicesfoundation.org. And there's a button there that says click, that you click to join the family, and it's as simple as that.
All right. So it says New Voices Foundation. This is the New Voices family. All right. So how new do you have to be? So, for instance, we're a bit older than you.
Not by much. Not by much.
I don't know that anybody would consider us new. But do you have to be 18, 25, 30? Can you be 55, 60, 70? What is new in the context of New Voices?
New is anyone that is newly joining, and so we're open to all ages. I think our last time I looked at the data, we're sitting at about the average age, the largest percentage in terms of like the average age is between, I believe it's between like 28 and 30. It's 28 and 40 or so. But love having entrepreneurs of all ages, just like we are industry and category agnostic, we are absolutely age agnostic. And some of the best relationships we see, frankly, in the foundation between the founders and entrepreneurs that are a part of the community, a part of the family, are actually the ones that are sort of intergenerational, right? Where we see younger founders being paired with older entrepreneurs, and learning some really important, interesting things from each other, right? So some of our older founders may not be necessarily as tech savvy as some of our younger founders, so they're able to benefit from younger founders who might have more knowledge in that area. And some of our younger founders, just haven't had the same level of professional experience. Maybe they're just greener to the world of business, and so they're able to sit at the feet, if you will, of our older entrepreneurs and learn from them. But we are absolutely open to entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs of all ages.
So was the New Voices in Essence connection this year a success? Tell us what happened this year. I mean, this weekend. I mean,
100%.
Is there anything that we should know about? I mean,
100%.
Did you do anything?
We did. We did a big thing. So this year was our first year of our, what we were calling our 2026 New Voices NOLA Power Pitch. And so that is our annual pitch competition. And in the past, that pitch competition was open to everyone. There was no NOLA-based separate pitch competition. So this year, we partnered with Startup Noir NOLA, which is a GNO Inc., an initiative of GNO Inc. So we were really excited to partner with them to introduce a NOLA-based power pitch competition. And so that pitch competition was held on Sunday at the Convention Center on the We Love Us Marketplace stage. And we gave out grants of $10,000, $15,000, and $25,000 to 3 entrepreneurs from the greater New Orleans area.
Cash money?
You get
Cash
bell.
money.
You get
All
bell
right.
rings for that. You get bell rings
got
for
the
that,
bell.
Miss Marie.
We like
You get
that.
bell rings.
Like that. All right.
Yep. So 3 companies, 3 founders / companies won those awards. So the $10,000 award went to a company called Top Tutors. The $15,000 award went to Drums Earwear. And the top prize, the $25,000, went to a company called Zenistry Labs. So those were the 3 winners for 2026. So we're really proud of that program. Really excited to bring that program back again next year. Really happy that we were able to do that program in partnership with Startup Noir NOLA.
So I made a point of going over for that pitch competition that you had, and it was exciting and good. Give our WBOK family of listeners a bit of context about what these 3 types of entrepreneurs do. You had told me before I saw that your business segment agnostic, and I'm like, okay, but and I went and it's like, well, these 3. they are so different.
100%.
They are so different.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about what they do,
Sure.
because these were the three who got to that stage to make these pitches to a panel of judges.
Yeah. So, and let me say a little bit about why we love that diversity, right, in terms of the industry and the category for those companies. One of the reasons why we believe that it's really important to pick and select and platform companies that are from different industries or categories is I think it gives us an opportunity to show aspiring entrepreneurs and young people and students that entrepreneurship can come in many shapes and sizes, right? So we get to sort of dream big, and we want entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs and young people to dream big and dream wide and dream differently about what the possibilities might look like for entrepreneurship. So with that said, so the first prize winner, Zenistry Labs, is led by a woman named Lo Williams Thomas, and this is a beauty industry company focused on quality and innovation. Lo has built a company that not only does cosmetic testing and quality assurance testing, she's also Zenistry Labs is also able to manufacture beauty products. So if you're a beauty entrepreneur, aspiring beauty entrepreneur, and you're looking for a company to do to do the testing, to do the formulation, to manufacture the products, Zenistry Labs is where you can go to do that. So that was the first company, Zenistry Labs. The second company was Top Tutors. That company is led by Angelica Harris. She's an educator and engineer. And Top Tutors for us empowers students through specialized, high-quality tutoring services. I know you know a little bit about this company, but that's Top Tutors for us, led by Angelica Harris. The third company is Drums Eyewear, led by Dr. Lana Joseph. She's an audiologist, and so she founded this, and it's a consumer electronics company that creates premium headphones and earbuds that are engineered for sound, incredible sound, and safer listening. So bridging that gap between healthcare and consumer tech. And I also like one of the great things is that, and I think it's a testament to the foundation's commitment, and by extension, Essence's commitment to local entrepreneurs here in the greater New Orleans area. Both Lo and Dr. Joseph, we were already acquainted with these companies, right? Dr. Lana Joseph from Drums Eyewear recently went through our boot camp that wrapped in December, and has participated in other learning programming and mentoring and coaching opportunities through the New Voices Foundation virtually. And she's also a vendor partner at Essence Festival, vending in the We Love Us marketplace. So she's someone that we've had a relationship with over the last few years, as well as Lo Williams from Zenistry Labs. I met Lo probably 2 years ago at an event the New Voices Foundation partnered with NOBIC, the New Orleans Bioinnovation Center. And so we partnered with NOBIC on an event, and that's actually how I met Lo, and we've stayed in touch over the years, and she's engaged with the foundation's programming as well. So those were the three winners. We're really excited to see what they're able to do with those grants. We know that they will be fantastic stewards of those resources, but they will also receive mentoring and coaching from the foundation as well, alongside those grants.
Okay, all right. I want to know how someone can make a big switch. So I'll give you an example from your activity. So I didn't go over there once.
Okay.
I might not have seen you, but I saw some other things. So at one point, I saw a sister who had a real good corporate career. And she had risen to be vice president with this name brand company. Things changed. She had to pivot. Wasn't her choice, but the road with the punches. Long story short, she ended up using her head, her hands, and now she is the owner of a company that hand makes women's accessories, pocketbooks and clutches and whatever you all call those other things. And she's out of Dallas, and it's like select material, and sounded like nothing her career ever had to do anything with before. And she was reluctant to dive into it, but she did.
Yep.
And now she has this business that attracts women from across the United States to come to her business or otherwise engage. So clearly she's not 21 years old. So, and it was a big pivot and to something that wasn't in her head at the time. How often do you have businesses like that?
We see them a lot, actually, we're seeing them more and more. So with 600,000, I think the number is up to 600,000 Black women being laid off in the last, 12 months to 18 months, we're seeing a lot of people who are making major pivots, right? And they're not necessarily starting businesses that are connected to their former careers or the jobs that they may have just been pushed out of. They are absolutely pursuing what I would describe as like truly their passions, right? And so we're seeing that more and more people who are doing something new and fresh and different that they are incredibly excited about. And it's scary, right? It's scary to go out and do something new that you haven't, you weren't necessarily trained in, you didn't go to school for it, but we're seeing that a lot.
Okay, so back to who can participate. You said an application. If you fill out the application, are you in?
You're in.
Or no way.
You're in.
That's it?
That's it. That's it. I told you it's the easiest family to join. That's it. You
what
fill out.
If I misspelled something?
Come on.
You're fine.
Come on.
We take the misspelling.
Come on. You want an entrance fee or something.
No, I mean, I think what people miss occasionally, what we see is, what we tell people is fill out the application and then join. And, we provide a lot of information about not just how to join the family, but how to engage.
Okay.
And it's that piece, I think.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Okay, you can join.
Yeah.
But are you going to
engage?
read our material?
Then it's up to you, is what you're saying.
100%.
Okay.
It's up to you if you show up to the learning labs. It's up to you if you participate in a meaningful way in the Slack community. It's up to you if you figure out what gifts you have that you can offer to other entrepreneurs, right? So these are some of the ways that you can engage. It's up to you if you apply for the pitch competition, right? It's up to you if you apply for the boot camp. It's up to you ultimately.
So there are a number of people who I'm very much an extrovert. My wife is very much an introvert. Sister can go on when she needs to, but she needs time to recover. So there are a number of business people. They're not extroverts, but to do a pitch, I mean, you kind of have to develop the skills. I mean, those sisters were on it on that stage, and so you could tell this was not their first time talking
100%.
about their company. Are you able to help people develop their pitch as a part of the New Voices family?
100%. So we do that. I mean, we offer probably programming 2 to 3 times a year virtually, where people have the opportunity to work on their pitches, whether it's developing an elevator pitch or it's a longer pitch, like you're preparing for a pitch competition. You can tap into our mentors and coaches whenever you need it. If you have a very specific need, you're trying to prepare for something specific. And then even for the pitch competition that happened on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday was our pitch competition for folks outside of New Orleans. Sunday was the one for our New Orleans folks. All 6 finalists had the opportunity to practice. I believe it was on the Monday or Tuesday before festival with our New Voices Fund, which is now actually technically called NVF Capital. That team, they see a lot of pitches. They gave great feedback virtually to those 6 finalists, helped them tweak and refine both their pitch decks as well as the the spoken word pitch that they gave on those stages. So they had the opportunity to do that earlier in the week, and then later in the week, I believe on Thursday, nearly every finalist that was able to or that was interested practiced again. So we're big on providing those resources on an ongoing basis and as needed basis for people to be able to do something like that, for sure.
Wow. Okay. So access to mentors and coaches. What's the fee for that?
No fee.
Oh, come on.
No fee. No fee. No fee. No fee. None of all of our programming is free.
Okay.
There's no application fee. There are no fees for any of the learning programming, the mentoring, the coaching. We are here to provide resources, support to entrepreneurs, and of course, it's all made possible by Essence and really the Dennis family and Essence. So without Essence, the Dennis family, there is no New Voices Foundation, and all of the resources are free.
Okay, I've had a career in whatever. I've never been an entrepreneur. I have the idea that I'd like to be a business person. I don't know the first thing about business. I don't even have an idea, but I like to do something. I think at first I want to do it on the side. Maybe I want to make this my move, but I don't know what to do. Can I apply?
100%.
Oh my goodness.
100%. Now, for what I think the challenge would be for the folks that are starting and you're aspiring entrepreneur, you're trying to figure it all out. I think it goes back to what we were saying earlier. Like the onus would ultimately be on you to figure out how to utilize the resources that we have that would help you figure out where you want to start, right? What kind of business you want to start. So we have all that information. It's on demand, and you would just need to raise your hand and say like, hey, I need some help navigating the resources, and I need someone to talk to help me think through what kind of business I should be starting, what kind of business makes sense for me.
Wonderful. Okay, a lot of good information. Definitely helped us flesh out entrepreneurship and a wonderful opportunity that costs no money other than time. Filling out an application, all kinds of opportunities available once you join the family, up to and including successful launches and possible money along the way. Am I missing anything?
I don't think so. I think the thing I would say to close would be just to reference what we did here in New Orleans in the convention center, primarily at Essence Festival. So New Voices, and we're really excited to be able to do the work on the festival floor and the convention center, to have the New Voices Village where founders, not just from around the country, but local founders can demo and promote and chat with festival goers about their products and services. We had both founders from the greater New Orleans area and outside of that area meeting with office hours experts. We had Target, we had Kiva, which is a lender. We had the New Voices Fund, or MVF Capital there. We had lawyers there, and other professional service providers talking to entrepreneurs and doing one-on-one office hours all weekend long. We had product photography for founders that were interested in having their product shot. We had headshots photography as well. We had workshops next door in the New Voices Entrepreneur Hub. And of course, on the We Love Us Marketplace stage, we had that continuous programming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, including both those pitch competitions. And so that's programming that we're really excited to expand and to be able to offer from year to year, and really committed to having as many local entrepreneurs as possible participating in that programming.
All right, so if they miss it, and it's like, darn, I wish I had. Are you coming back next year?
We're coming back next year.
All right, but they don't have to wait to join the family.
They do not. They do not.
All
They
right.
do not have to.
All right. Thank you, Marie Clark, for joining us and enlightening us about entrepreneurship and the wonderful opportunities provided by the New Voices Foundation. Glad to have you back in New Orleans. Glad that you have inspired a lot of folks to get up and get going, or to keep going.
Yep.
Keep going.
You get another bell, Mr. Clark.
Absolutely. All right. Well, it's 8 a.m. I'm Will Sutton, and here with Ro Brown. We're going to call it a wrap, but just for the first hour. We got another hour to go, y'all. So what's that talk line, Ro, in case anybody wants to weigh in?
504-582-9422.
This is WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
Hey everybody, it's Graylin Bryant Banks
and Kimber White Dupree
from the front porch.
Some combos are too good to miss. Now you can pull up a chair to the front porch anytime.
Just search WBOK Media and subscribe to the Front Porch Podcast.
Download, share, and hit us with a 5-star rating because New Orleans culture deserves to be heard loud and clear.
Throughout July, Louisiana residents get half off general admission to the National World War II Museum. Take advantage of 50% off and beat the summer heat at New Orleans' #1 attraction. Don't wait. Plan your visit at nationalww2museum.org.
WBOK New Orleans, home of the Good Morning Show, 7 to 9 a.m. weekdays.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. Republicans in Texas want the state to challenge a Supreme Court ruling upholding birthright citizenship. State Representative Brian Harrison.
Not simply sit around like we're innocent, powerless bystanders. We have tools available to us.
He adds Texas could explore denying birth certificates to children born to non-citizens, setting up a potential legal challenge. The proposal would test the limits of state authority over vital records and the 14th Amendment. 6 people are recovering after a shooting on Chicago's West Side. Police say 2 teens and 4 adults were wounded when gunfire erupted early Sunday morning. All of the victims are expected to survive as detectives continue investigating. And several people were injured at Six Flags Over Georgia after a tree fell near the park entrance during severe weather. Officials say 4 people were taken to the hospital, including 2 who suffered serious injuries. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Good morning, wake up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
Good morning, New Orleans, and welcome back to the Good Morning Show right here on WBOK 1230 AM. You can find us on the WBOK website. You can also find us on WBOK's Facebook page and WBOK's Instagram page and WBOK's tube on YouTube. Find us there as well. We are live streaming. Mm-hmm. And for those of you who have to go off and do some other things and feel like you might miss something, you can tune in at any time and find us after it's posted on the air. I'm here with Ro Brown.
Good morning.
And that was really a fascinating. I mean, don't pay anything.
Yeah.
For anything. Don't pay anything for anything. We're here to help.
Highly unusual in this day and age. But great. That's good.
And
good
application. And even if you don't do it to meet 100%, it's okay.
Yeah.
We'll help you move on from there.
Yeah. Yeah. You know.
Wow.
And I mean, it's nice to see that, they're tangible, they left with tangible, I mean, when I say left, I mean, after essence,
Yeah.
With tangible things that they did for local people, local businesses, which is always a good thing to see.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we have more things to talk about because there's lots going on. We spent some time talking about the Liz Murrill situation yesterday, and I saw that the Louisiana State Legislature Senate President Cameron Henry posted a note yesterday that is from him and the House Speaker, Philip DeVilliers, and it's a joint statement from the two of them about what's going on with the Liz Murrill situation. So I'm going to read it to you, and let's talk about it.
Okay.
Joint statement from Senate President Cameron Henry and Speaker of the House Philip DeVilliers. The politicization and weaponization of our judicial system in New Orleans is a disgrace. AG Liz Murrill has led her office with integrity and carried out the duties Louisiana voters elected her to perform. We condemn those behind this political attack on AG Murrill and those spreading misinformation about her record. We're glad to see the Louisiana Supreme Court stepped in and halted this rogue indictment. It's time that justice is applied evenly and fairly in all parts of our state. Other than the governor, two top Republican legislators, one who leads the House and one who leads the Senate, are weighing in on somebody in another office and saying that it's a disgrace, and we condemn and rogue indictment. Key words and phrases.
Yeah.
So we now know where they stand on
Yeah.
this, and keep in mind that these are two of the key people who determine which bills get assigned to committee.
Yeah.
Certainly legislators have votes about which can move forward in committee and which can get heard, and what might where the votes might be, and so they have a lot of power and sway. So what do you think of that statement, Mr. Rowe?
Well, I mean, it's cut and dry. They tell you where they stand. They tell you, for lack of a better way of putting it, whose side they're on. And, for me, like I said, I'm just a sports guy. But for me, it's an example of, I don't know if the Attorney General actually did something or whatever, But to me, what's more important is that, it seems the most important thing, one of the important things as far as MAGA thinking is concerned, is that the rules and the law are for you. They ain't for me. Okay, I don't fall under. I decide. Whether or not this rule is here. I decide. And, that's just it. I decide who gets what. And this just seems like a lot of outrage for something that I don't know. Why are you so outraged? That the AG was indicted. The Supreme Court's going to take care of it.
Right.
the state Supreme Court, and they did.
They did.
They did. So, all this outrage, that you would dare, that somebody would dare do it. I think what's interesting is who they think is behind it. Who they think is behind it.
Yeah, they didn't say
who will
any
they
names.
think is behind it. Okay, and they will be able to pick who they think is behind it, whether that person's behind it or not. And I'm sure they've already made that decision.
Think so?
Who they're going to blame.
Okay.
And, it's just, it's just discouraging. I mean, there's always been, and I had to tell somebody this, I mean, there's always been a New Orleans versus the rest of the state thing. It's not new, okay? It's not new. It's just that, it just seems more intentional and more out in the open than it was when it was, Earl K. Long as governor and Delaceps Morrison as mayor.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It was there then.
Indeed.
But, now it just seems more.
Out there.
Yeah, And, I mean, let's face it, and a lot of it has to do with, the racial makeup of the city. There's no doubt about that. I mean, that's the thing that's always denied, but yeah, that makes a difference. Big difference.
Let's go to the talk line. Good morning, Reverend Calhoun. You're on Will Sutton and Roe Brown. How are you, sir?
Good morning. I'm doing well, doing extremely well this morning. But, and I'm just a Culver guy. So I want to understand. Integrity with the grand jury is only when they succeed in an indictment. Well. If the indictment, even though there's evidence that shows guilt or shows that a crime has been committed, and an indictment is brought back, then our legislators are saying there's no integrity there? I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out where we're going with this, because all this backhanded, underhanded stuff that's been going on in the legislature, was there any integrity there?
The rules are for you, but not for me. The laws are for you, but not for me.
Well, I can understand, because St. Aug used to have the more treat referees way back then, too.
You said what?
How they try to stack that deck,
So we're going from state legislation to high school in priorities.
I'm just trying to understand, because, I'm just a Culver guy.
Okay.
So, I'm just trying to see how then do they define integrity when the facts of the grand jury, what was presented to the grand jury, brought back an indictment. So now they're saying the indictment, it's only when they say that the person is guilty. I got problems, Doc, because I saw that where this governor has came in and said that he's ready to take 14 and 15-year-old children, put them in jail, and throw away the key. So where is, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what's really going on with all of this, because it seems like they want to build a juvenile justice system, yet those adults that's been found evidence that has evidence that a crime has been committed, and they're saying it's not integrity if their people are indicted. I don't know. So y'all help me out, man. Just tell me what the deal is.
Well, reading their joint statement, I am looking at the particular words that I cited, which includes disgrace, and seems to me that they are making it clear that they think what has happened is weaponization of the judicial system, as they said, and that.
But don't their leadership do that? I mean, Mr. Landry, he's following Mr. Trump to the hill.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You got to be kind of cuckoo not to see that the weaponization comes from the federal government in his retaliation of it on our people.
Yeah, they don't think that Donald Trump. Well, they know better, but they don't think Donald Trump has weaponized the Justice Department.
Right.
They really
Then
don't.
they
That's different.
Yeah, that's different.
As simple as that. They're crazy. They're out their mind.
No, they're just lying. You know, like I said, the rules are for you, but they're different for me. That's how MAGA. That's obviously how MAGA operates.
All right, Reverend Calhoun.
All right, Doc. I'm gonna go off because, like I said,
I'm just saying. I'm not saying that. Now, don't think that I'm saying that I believe that too. But that's obviously how they operate. That's obviously how they think. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think that they're justifying their guilt.
Yeah. You know.
That's what comes out to me.
Yeah.
They have made it now that they're going to justify whatever wrongdoing people find that may show, because there is a grand jury that's and again, I'm watching. How can this procedural thing get so complicated that they get a stay at 3:00 in the morning? I don't understand. But anyway, to stop her from being arrested. Okay.
Yep.
I'm just like I said, I'm a Culver guy.
Yeah, indeed.
All right.
Indeed.
All
All right.
right.
Lord's blessings, sir. Have a fabulous day.
All right, Raph.
All right.
All right, I'm still waiting on you in the lower 9, bro.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming soon. Okay.
All right.
All right then, y'all enjoy your day, y'all.
All right. All right, we're going to the talk line again. And good morning, Ryan. You're on with Will Sutton and Ro Brown. How are you?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Fabulous.
Morning. I had a couple analogies in mind. I was going to go with their movement. It's take. It's like letting a bunch of game hunters in a federal natural reserve with machine guns. You take and take and take. It soon there's going to be nothing left. And then you know what people are going to do? They're going to take back. And I don't mean to sound like that, but the truth is the truth. I mean, what you think a bunch of desperate people are going to do if you take everything from them? And that seems to be their motto. And then you're just going to lock us all up. That sounds funny. Sounds funny to my God too. But I love y'all.
All right. All right. Thanks, Ryan. Lord's blessings.
All right.
Have a great day.
Y'all too.
All right. So Don is on the line. And good morning, Don. You're on with Will Sutton and Ro Brown.
A very good morning.
Good morning to you,
You
sir.
know, when I hear this weaponization and things of that nature, you know, the ideology and the strategy is to single out and isolate. You said in that press release that, like they say, Orleans Parish. They singled out Orleans Parish to isolate and to single them out to where anybody else will understand that it's not about Shreveport or Alexandria, who may be feeling the same way. It's about there's some people down in Orleans Parish. And you hear it all the time. The blue states or the blue cities. This is against the blue cities. And so they use different levels of isolation and singling out. And they call it's called isolation, but it's really discrimination. You discriminate against if this city, municipality, is a part of your jurisdiction under a state, man. You know, you're a state, and this is one of your cities in your state. Why would you demonize them and try to isolate them? That is the strategy. That is discriminatory in and of itself, in my opinion, because they do it. Oh, the blue state, those crazy people in California. Well, California, at one time, two Republican presidents came from California, Richard Nixon, who they threw out, and Ronald Reagan. So, I mean, like I heard a person say, this lady was crying, talking about, oh, Massachusetts, they just, you know, I did a dissertation on Huey Long, And the corruption, and it's all been Democrats in Massachusetts. Mitt Romney was a Republican, was governor of Massachusetts, who brought the precursor to Obamacare, Affordable Care Act in Massachusetts. He was a Republican. So these people are trying to play both sides against the middle. They're using terminology to hide discriminatory language. Weaponize. What you mean to weaponize? What you mean a weapon? We deal with building, with tools and other methods, not weapons. So you have to watch and take each word, each phrase, and break it down, because these people are diabolical. They are insincere in any rhetoric that they use. They're using courts, and they're using ideology to discriminate against people and make it seem like Roe said, the law is for you, not for me. Mm-hmm. And that is the whole mantra of their strat ideology. So all those people talking about voting doesn't matter, and these people won't do what they want to do. No, they're going to do what you allow them to do, either way, either for your benefit or for your detriment.
All right. Good points. Good points. Thank you for coming. Lord's blessings. Have a great day. All right. We are going to break, and we see you on the line, Alicia, Aaron, so that we can have a little bit more time with you. We're going to go ahead and take the break and then get more of what you have to say on this radio station, WBOK. It's 8:22 a.m. You got somewhere to be at 8:30. You got about 8 minutes to get there. Please drive safely, protect yourself, and protect others. Watch out for those crazy drivers. Don't become one of them. And as always, watch out for babies and kiddos who might not be paying attention. I'm Will Sutton. I'm here with Ro Brown. Ro, what is that talk line number in case others want to join in on this conversation?
It's 504-582-9422.
This is WBOK, 1230 a.m. with New Orleans. It's talking about all day long.
I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. Right now, police are searching for answers after gunfire erupted in Central City, leaving a woman injured. Police say the shooting happened around 3 yesterday afternoon on Washington and South Claiborne Avenues. They say a woman was found shot and taken to a hospital. We're working to learn more about what led up to the shooting and anything about a suspect. A heartbreaking update for a Mississippi family in the desperate search for a teen who went missing on July 4th. Officials say a body was recovered on Horn Island in Jackson County. That matches the description of 18-year-old Nolan Wells. But the county coroner will conduct DNA testing to confirm the identity. His family says he went with friends to the island to mark the holiday. Wells is being remembered as a standout student and outstanding football player. A new response is coming as the investigation into why a transformer exploded underground in the French Quarter. Entergy leaders say engineers are reviewing data to determine where and how the event originated. Entergy also says they perform regular inspections on their vaults twice annually to prevent similar incidents. And Team USA is officially out of the FIFA World Cup. They lost last night to Belgium on the soccer field in Seattle in the round of 16. The final score, 1-4. Belgium has now beaten the U.S. in 7 straight international matches. Overall, the Americans have dropped 11 of their last 12 games against European opponents. I'm Daryl Forges, and that's your headlines for WBOK. And have a great day.
That's right. It's party time each and every Sunday night at 7 p.m. on WBOK. It's the Throwback Throwdown with DJ Wick as he brings you the best in old school from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and the early 2Ks. Plus, the party goes to another level at 9 p.m. with the Throwback Throwdown Party Mix to round out the night. It's the Throwback Throwdown Sunday nights at 7 p.m. on WBOK and on the World Wide Web at WBOK1230.com.
This is The Law in Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton. Losing a loved one is tough enough. Do you really want your family dealing with court battles and paperwork on top of it?
Whether you choose a will or a trust, think ahead. Take care of your family. Let them focus on healing instead of headaches. This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
This is Andronica Morris, host of Put Housing First. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock, where we will discuss how housing affects every aspect of our lives and what's necessary, what's needed to guarantee housing for all. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock as we dig down deep onto the issues that affect all of us.
LifeCare provides valuable whole life insurance to cover final expenses such as medical bills, burial costs, and unpaid debt. A final expense insurance policy is fast, easy, affordable life insurance that's available to anyone between the ages of 50 and 80. No medical exams, no lengthy questionnaires, and no waiting period. The application process is quick and easy. You can even apply without having to undergo a medical examination. Just answer a few questions and we'll do the rest. With the average funeral cost skyrocketing to $11,000 and Social Security only paying $255, you need simple, affordable peace of mind for you and your whole family. Don't leave behind unpaid expenses that, if left unattended, will burden your family tremendously. Benefits include a guaranteed premium that will never increase, a guaranteed cash value, and a guaranteed death benefit that can never decrease. To find out how you can get final expense insurance with a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, call LifeCare at 800-571-9955. That's 800-571-9955. 800-571-9955.
Life has a way of shifting priorities, changing needs, and pivoting plans. Home Bank is there for all of them. Their bankers partner with you for every step along the way, from understanding your needs to celebrating your success. Home Bank is invested in the vibrant spirit of our community and in you. So partner with them. Stop on by any banking center in the greater New Orleans area or visit home24bank.com to get started today. Good for business, good for life. Home Bank, a member of the FDIC.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Partly cloudy with pop-up storms arriving during the afternoon and the evening. Not everyone will see them, but if you do expect gusty winds and heavy rain, there's a good chance half of us do stay dry. Highs reach 90 to 95 degrees, feeling like 105 in some spots. Overnight lows 74 to 79. More daily rain chances and heat for the rest of the week. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Reshaw.
Good morning, wake up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, New Orleans, and welcome back to the Good Morning Show. I'm Will Sutton, and it's 8:28 a.m. If you got somewhere to be at 8:30, you got 2 minutes. Hope you're close. And if you're not, take your time. Get there in one piece and make sure that you're alive and well to go on into wherever you got to go. I'm here with Ro Brown, and we're having a fascinating conversation about the Liz Murrow case and the comments from the Louisiana Legislature, Senate President, and the Louisiana Legislature House Speaker coming out to defend Attorney General Liz Murrow and condemning what's happened in the rogue indictment and disgraceful actions in New Orleans. Good morning, Alicia. You're on with Will Sutton and Ro Brown. How are you?
I'm great, guys. How are you?
Fabulous.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm calling because I get so sick of the hypocrisy of this bully and bulliette. They're trying to be like Trump and Bondi.
Uh-huh.
And it behooves me that the attorneys / university politicians and know-it-alls come on and say that the city is wrong. Absolute wrong. I'm going to tell you a quick story. As a commissioner, I sat on the board and I found out that our secretary, the board secretary, our employees, had their payroll fraud. submitted a week and a half of payroll fraud as if she was there working. She had just got to the board in September. I kept calling before the Thanksgiving holiday because I needed to get to the building. And nobody answered. So I finally got up and I went to the building. And so I asked the building manager, where's the secretary? Oh, well, she's on vacation. How'd she get on vacation? She just got here 2 months ago. Oh, well, she has family from out of town and she's preparing for Thanksgiving. So I say, wow. So I expected her not to get paid. But she sent in her timesheet for, a week and a half, almost 2 weeks of not even being there, but she filed for her money. So I brought it to the board, and she didn't like it because, we had to take action. And she come into the boardroom, and she said, and excuse me to my senior people who I love and respect. Well, she walked in the boardroom and she said, I'm sick of Commissioner Plummer. I'm going to kick her in her damn head.
What?
I'm like, okay. And I said this, and what is Commissioner Plummer going to be doing while you kicking me in my damn head?
Mm-hmm.
Well, our board attorney, had to find out what to do because this is payroll fraud. Mm-hmm. And guess what? It was Jeff Landry's Attorney General office that said we had to file charges for the same thing, public intimidation, because she threatened me and she didn't want us to go forward with firing her or making her pay back the public's money. So his office told us we had to file something against her, call the police, make a report for public intimidation against a public official. So if he advised us to do the same thing that the mayor just did to his co-bully, I'm not understanding the hypocrisy.
Mm-hmm.
She did the same thing that Liz Morrell did. And yet they told us what we had to do. And we did. We had to do what the Attorney General told us we had to do. The person was found guilty. And she evaded getting picked up, just like Liz.
Mm-hmm.
Evaded getting picked up and stuff. When they finally picked her up, she was processed and stuff, and we went to court. She lost in court. So I'm not understanding. So what's good for the goose ain't good for the gander?
Mm-hmm.
The hypocrisy is what kills me. And for these other legal analysts, experts and stuff, to just want to compound the saying that the city is wrong, that just shows who they are. Mm-hmm. Y'all have a good day.
All right.
Thank you.
That's quite a story. Lord's blessings. Have a great day. All right, let's go back to the talk line. Good morning, Aaron. You're on with Will Sutton and Ro Brown. How are you, good brother?
I'm good. How y'all doing this morning? Can y'all hear me?
Absolutely. Yes. How about a couple of shout-outs?
Yeah, you're right. Oh, you already know. First off, shouts out to the Fatherhood Roundtable as well as the Huey Newton Gun Club. These people show us time and time again who the laws is for and who they're not for. I'm going to give you an example. Over the weekend for the so-called 4th of July, they had this white supremacist group marching all around Washington, right? And you seen a conservative Republican come out and say what? That's the First Amendment right, free speech, this, that, and the third. But you remember when Charlie Kirk got shot and they had the people that was coming online that was making fun and making little memes and all that? Some of those people lost their job from practicing that same First Amendment right that this white supremacist group supposed to be protected, was protected underneath. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they show us how they take and use, different things for when it, can work for them. I mean, where was Liz Morrell when she was assistant attorney general along with this goofy governor that we got when he was the attorney general when Ronald Green was assassinated by the Louisiana State Pig Department, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where was the attorney general at what's going on with this sheriff from St. Tammany Parish, because I have never heard that you can be charged with a felony or convicted of a felony and then got to go to class and then choose which misdemeanor you want after your felony falls off. So, again, these people show us saying what side of the spectrum that they are on, especially when it comes to us. We just got to wake up and smell the coffee and begin to do for self. And I want to address that one more thing, because I keep on hearing people always say, people come on here and say voting doesn't matter. It's not the people are saying voting doesn't matter. What the people are saying is that we are not getting the same, we're not getting residual income for the vote when we go out there and cast the vote, no matter what percentage we are voting, at night. We are not getting a return on our vote, should I say. So it's not people that saying that, voting doesn't matter, because voting absolutely matters. The way we are being educated on the vote, that's the issue. You did? That's all I wanted to say, man. Y'all keep on doing what y'all doing, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, good points.
Yeah,
Lord's blessings. Have a great day. Well, a lot of good comments about Liz Murrow's situation and the legislative leadership. And I would say, in summary, picking on New Orleans.
Yeah.
And having some hypocrisy when taking similar actions elsewhere.
That's
with
MAGA.
other people.
That's MAGA.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of it. I mean, it looks kind of simple to me. That's part of it.
Well,
it's for you, but it's not for me.
Yeah, right.
It doesn't mean me. I don't fall under the same rules.
Absolutely.
Same rules and laws. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, just a reminder, the public intimidation law that Alicia pointed out includes several different components, and I pointed out that law yesterday, which is 14-122, 14:122, if you want to look it up. It's been revised a couple of times, but it criminalizes extortion threats or threats to influence the conduct of a public officer or employee. And there is a list of the type of person that this applies to. And number one is public officer or employee, which, of course, she fits into that category as a public officer or employee. And the people that she subjected to this action, whether you want to call it a threat or not, intimidation or not, seems to fit inside this law. Now, should she have been indicted? Well, I guess you can have a different view about that, but sounds like they had reason to say yes. And a reminder that the grand jury is not mean a conviction.
Yeah.
It means that we have found evidence and we believe this is worthy of moving forward. So we're handing up an indictment, and we think this should be further investigated and determine guilt or innocence. But Governor Landry and the legislative leaders and others are saying, stop this ridiculousness. And stop it now. We don't need to have any further investigation and consideration because she did nothing wrong. So we don't have to look at that. All right. Well, we had the former sheriff indicted, and I don't remember anybody saying she did nothing wrong. So the indictment doesn't apply.
Yeah.
Though it wasn't intimidation, there were malfeasance counts, and which means you're not taking care of your job in your office appropriately. But a couple of different women in the state of Louisiana seem to be treated differently. To me.
Yeah.
To me.
504-582-9422, by the way.
Yeah.
Governor was in Washington yesterday.
What's that?
Governor was at the White House yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, he was wearing white, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
All white.
All right.
And what you trying to say?
No.
Anyway,
It's still summer.
he was there touting the Trump account.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure how that works. $1,000 or something that you put in for your kid, and I guess you continue to put into it or whatever. Personally, I don't know about you. I mean, I'm not really smart enough to know all that kind of things, and and I don't make money. I don't have a lot of money because I don't really know how to make money, a lot of money, and that sort of thing. But it seems to me that I don't know if I would invest $1,000 under the name of someone who had Trump University. And under someone who seems to be the only person making real money off of crypto, while everybody else loses money. I don't think I'd do that.
Yeah.
This sounds like something that's going to end up in his pocket.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or a good bit of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's been news.
Maybe if it was somebody else, but
yeah. Well, every American child is supposed to get a fair shot at the American dream with these accounts, and so you have to apply to be a part of the quote Trump accounts, close quote.
Yeah.
So named after him.
Yeah, I just it's probably just me, but no, this sounds like like what he usually does.
Yeah. Well, if anybody's interested or curious, you can go to trumpaccounts.gov. Find out more, see if it's something you want to apply for.
Okay.
And go from there. Let's go back to the talk line. And we've got Ken on the line. Good morning, Ken. You're on with Will Sutton and Ro Brown. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Will. Good morning, Ro. Doing fine. Just,
Good.
When you talk about hypocrisy, here's a good one. Let's start with the sheriff, and then we'll roll back the other way. The sheriff in Orleans Parish, Susan Hudson, is being accused of malfeasance, right? Failure to carry a duty or perform the duty in this case, because misfeasance would be picking it up and dropping it. So I'm not even sure they got the charge right. But on the side of that, in Tangible Hole Parish, there was an inmate 1 year to the day before that had broken out almost. 364 days. He broke out. They never knew he was out. Him and 4 other people. The public told. No AG. The day after the breakout, the same guy breaks out again. He was solo this time. Nothing. Crickets. No press conference with the governor like they were here. That's one. 2, public intimidation like this, because it's the AG, usually would be the feds coming in, because you're talking about a district court going all the way through the system and a local prosecutor who technically is lower ranking indicting somebody that is much higher ranking. Now, it ain't no doubt that she did what they said. I can tell you that point blank. It's real clear. It's not hard to understand. The reality of this is now retaliation's coming on, because this morning I was reading exactly that we're going to investigate this investigation. Well, what? The grand jury is already impaneled. It's impaneled for months to hear different matters. This happened to be something that came up. It was presented. Oh, but Roche kicked everybody out the courtroom. There's a record. There's a transcript that's going to be there. There's an audio recording that's going to be there. So because he didn't pronounce it in front of some reporters, that's a whack process. This is kangaroo court. All this BS. Bottom line, for somebody who spends a whole lot of days in the courtroom, I can tell you that's all BS. People get indicted all the time. So this ain't new. You know, but this time it's Lesmo. Oh Lord! But you got a governor. You got to think about it. Not a governor himself took all kind of bribes and money when he was in office. He's no better than Ken Paxton, quite frankly, in that sense. He might be smarter, but that's about the only difference. So, yes, voting matters, as the brother said, but registering, educating, and then participating by pulling the lever is the thing. And how are we being educated through stations like BOK, through the efforts that you all are putting forth, and by other community stakeholders out there who are out there trying to make something happen. So with that said, you know, this ain't new. We've seen it before. You know, this is the start of the wave of racism that we've seen twice before in the past. It's just, instead of it being 1925, it's 2025. The difference is this time, no folks ain't got to lay down and roll over. They have the ability, the resources, and the means to fight. It's a very different thing, and unfortunately, there probably will be some fighting going on just to protect yourself, not because people are going out to do it. So with that said, thank you for the time that you offered me.
Well, one more thing, Ken, before we let you go, and we got to go to break, and we got other folks who want to get on, but while we got you, what's your take on the term open court, which has been elevated in the news just recently with what Judge Leon Roche did? Is there a distinction?
Well, yeah, open court means that people are supposed to be able to come in, and just about any member of the public can come in. But for safety or security concerns or other things, the people who needed to be in the room were in the room. And again, there's an audio transcript, which the court reporter takes, and there's a transcript that the court reporter takes again. And then there are minute entries by the judge. The court staff observes it. It's just not like the judge reading something and nobody's in the courtroom. So the reporters weren't in. Okay, big deal. I don't think that violates open court. Open court is in a regular proceeding during regular hours and with a certain protocol, i.e., that the charges or the indictment is returned, it's read, it's made part of the record. You know, that is open court to me. Because certain people couldn't come into the courtroom. A judge can tell certain people, no, don't come into the courtroom for this reason. It could be a family member that's disgruntled. It could be somebody that could create a ruckus. It could be any number of conditions that are going on that the judge may exclude certain people from the courtroom. That doesn't mean that it's not open court.
Okay, so if a grand jury is impaneled, is there any reason why someone not involved with the grand jury and that process should be in the courtroom? Or is it okay for people to be in a courtroom, though it's a grand jury, which I have thought is always anonymous?
Well, grand juries are typically anonymous, yes. In this particular case, given the security and the scrutiny, they probably did not want to have anybody that was not involved with the proceeding in the court, you know, other than security personnel and any court personnel that were necessary. You know, that would be my guess. And that's really the judge's call at that point, you know, for this reason.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. Well, thank you for adding value to our conversation this morning, giving us a legal interpretation and context. Lord's blessings, sir. Have a great day.
Great day, guys. Take it easy.
All right. We got to take a break, and when we come back, we've got more folks who want to weigh in, so we will definitely get to that. It's 8:49 a.m., 11 minutes until 9, and we'll be getting out of here, wrapping up the Good Morning Show, but we want to hear what you have to say for those of you who want to call in. Ro, what's that phone number, my man?
504-582-9422.
This is WBOK, 1230 a.m., what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
It's Author Time with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 a.m.
As America celebrates our 250th birthday, I continue to reflect not only on where we are, but how we got here. Like millions of Americans, I am deeply proud of this nation.
Make no mistake about it, I am proud to be an African American, and I am equally proud to be an American. And those two identities are not in conflict. They strengthen one another. Yet I worry that the story being told about our nation's founding has become too narrow, a move by some to erase or whitewash our history. It sometimes suggests that the birth of American freedom belonged to only one people, one culture, or one experience. History tells us something far richer and far more diverse. From the earliest days of the struggle for independence, African Americans, indigenous people, and immigrants stood beside the colonists in the fight for liberty. Some fought as free men, others fought while still enslaved, believing that the ideals proclaimed in 1776 would one day include all of us. Historian Henry Louis Gates Jr. has documented the indispensable role of people of African descent played in the Revolutionary era. Retired Lieutenant General Russell Honore has likewise reminded audiences that the Continental Army drew strength from people of many backgrounds. That truth should not make any American uncomfortable. It should make every American proud. Because the foundation of this republic was never built by one race alone. It was built by people of different colors, cultures, languages, and faiths who shared a common belief that freedom was worth fighting for. America's strength has never come from uniformity. It has come from people of different races, cultures, and faiths choosing to build one nation together. That is our history, that is our promise, and that is the America worth celebrating. This is Norman Robinson, Off the Top.
On Auto Trends with JeffCars.com, here's a snippet of some of what we cover. GPS pioneer Gladys West.
We worked long hours computing trajectory orbits and satellite orbits, trying to get the data and everything correct enough.
Auto analyst Mark Bland.
14 new vehicle deals that happen in this country out of every 100 that women don't have a fingerprint on.
To tune in, check out Auto Trends with JeffCars.com, Saturdays at 4 p.m. on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about.
Did you hear the news? Dr. Clark's 101 The Living Classroom has a new time. Catch us now every Wednesday at noon. Same program, same great conversations. Just a new time. So catch Dr. Clark's 101 The Living Classroom this Wednesday and every Wednesday only on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about.
Good morning, wake up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, New Orleans, and welcome back to the Good Morning Show. It's 8:53 a.m. I'm Will Sutton here with Ro Brown. We got a few more minutes before we make room for the front porch. Let's hop on the talk line and see who we got. Elwin, you're on with Will Sutton and Ro Brown. How are you?
Oh, good morning, the sports band. How you doing?
Good morning, Elwin. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Will Brown. Okay, look, far as the prisoners escaping out of the prison, I think everybody should go to jail that knew that lock was broken. Okay? The prisoners, if you leave a gate, you leave the gate open, and you don't want your dog to get out, what you think he's going to do? He's going to get out. He's going to go. And I think everybody I don't think the sheriff should be held accountable for that, because there's people that was running the prison over her should be held accountable for that.
So you're saying people
Like
over
who?
her.
Like who?
Do you mean people she reported to? Because I believe that's the electorate.
Yeah,
That's
look,
the electorate.
I think the governor should go to jail. Period.
For the escape. So you just find, so what you're finding is another reason so he should go to jail.
He should go to jail. Period. For the racism and his ways that he's got. Okay, I did not vote for him. I didn't like him. There's friends of mine that voted for him. Now they're sorry they did. And there's some people voted for Trump. They're sorry they did. I didn't like neither one of them, Trump or him, because I figured something was up with Trump, okay? And I figured something was up with the governor, okay? As for Liz Murrow, she should never got to be Attorney General because she should not have said what she said to the city council or to the mayor. She was in the wrong, and I don't care if she's listening. I hope she's listening because she'll never get my vote, and she'll never get anything from me. As far as Trump, he'll never get anything from me. And as for the governor, he should have been out there.
Well,
that's my opinion.
Well,
okay, because they're both showing racism. All of them are showing racism.
Right.
That's what they're showing, and it's racism because Calvin won the race. He should be in there. He should be in there. You're going to discriminate against him because he went to jail and you proved him innocent. And another thing, too, I don't think he wanted to pay him that money for being falsely accused. So I don't think the governor wanted to do that. The governor is a racist. Like Martin Luther King said about Governor George Wallace. He's a racist. And you see what happened to Governor Wallace, didn't you, at the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
You mean the assassination attempt?
Yes. I got no more to say on that. He got what he deserved.
All right. So, Elvin, who do you think the Senate leader and the House Speaker leader is talking about when they say the New Orleans people responsible for this rogue indictment?
Well, you see, they opened season on New Orleans. That's what this is all about. New Orleans is predominantly, well, I wouldn't say predominantly black, but it's, as Ray Nagin said, Chocolate City. That's what we are. And the people is going to vote for who they want to vote for, and the people is going to vote no matter what. I got out and vote last Saturday. My candidate won, so I was glad for it.
Oh, good.
So that's the way I look at it. That's the way I'm looking at it, as a racism thing coming up from the state here, and a racism thing coming from D.C., Washington, D.C. Everybody be glad when Trump is out of there, and everybody will be glad when the governor's out of there, because he's kissing the governor's butt. I mean, he's kissing the president's butt to get what he wants, and that's how it goes.
All right, Elwin. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Always know we can count on you to have some heartfelt feelings that you express. So,
okay.
All right, folks. Lord's blessings, Elwin. Have a fabulous day.
Thank you.
All right. This is Will Sutton. I'm here with Ro Brown. A couple hours that have gone by, and fascinating, wonderful series of calls. And how about the New Voices Foundation? All you have to do is apply.
Cool. Yeah.
And then you're in the family, and you get lots of stuff free to help you be successful in business. That's wonderful. All right, it's time for the front porch. Kimba's in the building. Know we're going to have a good time there. After that, we're going to have Tavis Smiley, and later in the day, we will hear from none other than the G-Man, Gerard Stevens, on the Reality Check. This is WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about. All